Welcome to Betamax.
It's a curse. It's a curse.
Yeah. Welcome to Betamax, the podcast, the coolest podcast. Oh, I just stole it from No Jumper. Sorry.
Damn.
I'm Birdie. You're Eddie. Say hi, Eddie.
Hi.
You're Fidel.
What's up?
Hell yeah. That's my intro.
Hell yeah.
What are we talking about today, fellas?
Spooky stuff, because it's Halloween season still, and we skipped a week because been very busy.
That was my fault.
I feel like it was my fault too.
It was both of you guys' fault.
Fuck you, bitch. All right. We got the fucking giggles today, man. So, what have you guys been up to? Why you been so busy, Eddie?
Yeah, I thought we were your only friends, asshole.
Yeah, fucking dick.
No, you guys
Show
are
me
like
your MySpace right now. Who's on your tops?
Putin. That fucking Russian's on my top, dude.
How's life, dude? How's work, man?
Work's been chill. As you can see in my stories, I have too much time on my
I know,
hands,
dude.
Other than that, just working on projects.
How's that coming along? Are you're not overloading yourself, are you?
No, I am, but
You are?
yeah. No, it's been good. A lot of them are they're kind of like under wraps. I don't want to talk about them too much.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for them.
That's what's up. That's
So,
what's up.
yeah.
What about you, Birdie? What you got going on, homie?
Still working from home.
Yo, nine.
Chilling.
I got a new camera recently, so I'm like stoked to test it out. I wanted to test it out for Soul Search tomorrow, but I'm not gonna go.
Damn.
But
You suck, dude. That show's gonna be tight.
Hey, I'll FaceTime you.
it's
Take
just-
pictures through the phone.
It's just you. Like you're just FaceTiming your face. Like, look how happy I am right now, dude. Yeah, and I've been like more into that. Like I've been studying a lot of like photography shit, like
That's tight, man.
shutter speeds, apertures, depth of fields, exposures, shit like that.
What kind of camera did you get?
I got a Canon AE1, which is like a slate of Canon cameras that were made like in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be like if you look into like the film community or whatever, like they hold those fucking cameras up like on a pedestal.
Pretty high
They
regard.
overprice them as fuck too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, luckily I found someone that was like not a film buff. Like they just had it and they were like, I'll give it to you for like this much. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take it. But usually like idiots that are like into film think they can flip shit like that. They'll like charge you $300-400 and it's like
Yeah.
that's fucked up, you know.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up.
That's tight.
But other than that, just relaxing. I've been watching like a shit ton of stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Like so much shit. Like,
Movies, TV shows, everything.
yeah, I watched the first season of Abbott Elementary.
It's good, huh?
It's fucking funny, dude.
I love that show.
What a subject to make a show about. Like it's so like it's such an obvious subject to make about, but for some reason no one ever did it.
Yeah.
And like these people did, and it's like it came out so perfect.
Well, you know who the creator is, right? Quinta Bronson.
The
You know where she's
the
from?
main character,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Do you know where she's from?
Where's she from?
She's from that meme. Oh, you got money.
Oh yeah.
That's her.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's her.
Damn. She's doing great right now.
Yeah.
With that show, because it's like the best thing since The Office,
Yeah.
as far as like mockumentary shows go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, it's
That's
like
fucking funny.
I put it shoulder to shoulder with that show. Like it's fucking hilarious, and like you love the characters, dude.
Yeah.
Like you love every character on the screen, even the fucking kids, dude.
Even the principal, dude.
Yeah, she's a dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good show.
But yeah, I've been watching like some gnarly ass like brain melting movies.
Yeah.
I was telling Eddie that I watched Stalker,
Okay.
Gendy Tarkovsky's Stalker,
Mm-hmm.
which he talked about it some when he mentioned it like a couple episodes ago. But yeah, it's like this Russian director. It's like he just makes like these long, slow, like movies, but they're super like.
I will go as far as to say that he's the greatest filmmaker of all time.
Really?
I would say that too because that was the Stalker was my first Gendy Tarkovsky movie that I've ever seen. But
Yeah.
there's like a couple that I want to watch. Like the next one I want to watch is Solaris.
Okay.
You never
It's
seen it?
No, it's like his,
That one I've heard of. I've never seen it though.
that's like his first like real sci-fi movie that he made.
Yeah.
It came out. I think it was being made the same time that 2001: Space Odyssey was being made.
Oh, really?
But they're like literally the polar opposites of each other.
Yeah.
Where like he made like his spaceships and everything look really shitty and run down.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like 2001, they look like everything's so
All
symmetrical
pristine.
and perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that they were both like great fucking directors, and they are directors that don't have any bad movies.
Yeah.
And they died. There's a cool video talking about Stalker and how that movie killed him.
Oh, really?
And it was because just I don't know, look into it. There's a little like video on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you could just search Stalker and it'll pop up.
Yeah, because I've been looking into that dude recently and like
And that was a dangerous film to make, dude.
What's
Like,
his name again?
Gendy Tarkovsky.
Okay.
But he's a gnarly dude, man. Like the way he looks at film is like, it's like the way like I don't know, like I can't even describe it. Like the way he looks at like cinema and film as an entity, it's like holy shit. I wish I could do that with that outlook on this certain like just this thing, you know.
Yeah.
But everything like he like all the interviews he's ever done, like I think there's like a documentary about him too. But like everything he ever talks about, like you can feel the passion like spewing out of his mouth.
he doesn't have to. Like, he's one of the few film directors that I think like he doesn't have to talk about how this is a personal movie for me. It's like
yeah.
you just feel it.
He's very like he makes everyone like in Hollywood look pretentious as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like he's such a philosophical dude, and you can see that in his films. Because when I was watching Stalker, like a lot of the dialogue, like dude, like you can
The
grab
whole thing is dialogue. Like
like you can
There's-
grab like pieces of dialogue between two characters in a 5-minute scene and just like have a philosophical study on it. Like it's so gnarly. I was telling Eddie that I was like watching it, and like it was so long. Like it's such a slow and long movie that like my brain was like, "Hey, grab your phone and check out what's going on the internet."
Yeah.
But as soon as I like reached in my pocket, like I couldn't take my fucking eyes off the screen to go on to my phone screen.
Yeah.
Like I just had my fucking hand in my pocket with my phone in it, and I'd just be chilling like that, like so intrigued by what I was like looking at. And I was like, and that's when I knew, like at the end of the movie, like I realized I had not looked at my phone, and that's how I knew. I was like, holy shit, I just watched something that like just fucking changed my brain right now.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck was that? You know, that was gnarly.
What did you watch it on?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO
I
Max.
think a couple of his movies are on there. Like
Okay.
Solaris is on there.
Yeah, I saw Solaris that was on there.
And I think another one of his called The Sacrifice, I think, is on there. But yeah, he didn't make like a shitload of movies. I think he only made like 4 or 5.
Hmm.
But
that's what I'm saying. He's like a lot like what's his name?
Kubrick.
Kubrick. Yeah.
yeah, I would say like
I could
they're fucking like I don't know. It's so weird. It was like
both geniuses, dude.
yeah, but there was like this dude's like from Russia, and then I think Kubrick was born like in the East Coast of America. You know, so it's like so fucking gnarly, dude. That there was 2 people like that on the planet at once. You know, but yeah, that, and then I watched Melancholia.
The one, the Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that just because I've seen the other 2, and like what's the trilogy called?
The Depression trilogy.
The Depression trilogy, yeah. Like I've seen the other 2, like what's the Antichrist and what was the other one?
Nymphomaniac.
Okay, yeah.
Nymphomaniac's part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those, and I've been wanting to watch Melancholia, but I don't know how I feel about Kirsten Dunst.
After watching Melancholia, you'll change your mind about her. She's like,
Because I don't think she's bad.
no, she's
a good actor, dude.
She's
She
fucking,
is.
like she's great in that movie, dude. Melancholia. Like before that, I just knew her as Mary Jane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
She was really good in Bring It On.
Hey, that movie's tight, homie.
And I haven't seen this movie since like high school, but she was in the Virgin Suicides.
Yeah, I remember liking that one a lot too.
Yeah, and but yeah, like this movie, she fucking brings her A game, dude. Like she brings your ass down. Like she fucks you up.
Okay.
But she's like awesome in this movie, and I'm glad she made it. And after watching it, I'm like surprised she hasn't made more serious roles like that.
Yeah, cause like I said, like I don't think she's bad, but it's just something like about knowing that she's in it makes me not want to watch it. I don't know why.
I think it's just because of her commercial success in like mainstream
Probably.
Hollywood movies. You know, because that's how I felt. I was like, why is she in a Lawrence von Trier movie? You know,
Yeah.
that's weird. He makes like slow, depressing stuff.
Yeah.
And she makes like Hollywood shit. You know.
No, I'll check it out though. That one's on HBO Max also.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I've been just watching some stuff. There's been like other shit I watched, but I mean I'll save it for later. But I mean we can move on.
I did want to say that I've watched 2 new movies, Hellraiser and Smile.
The new Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did you think?
My initial reaction to it once it was over was I fucking hate this movie. But like sitting with it and just thinking about it, I was like, okay, it's bad. But the designs of the Cenobites I did like overall. Like they looked pretty cool, pretty updated.
I think the first one was shitty too, though.
Yeah.
It's like a shitty 90s horror movie.
Yeah.
Wow, I love the first one, dude.
No,
I
no,
don't think
yeah.
it's shitty at all, though.
No, well, I mean,
Well,
like,
I mean,
even for its time, like, I didn't think the acting was, like, cheesy.
I thought so.
Really?
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cheesy,
I
dude.
don't know, dude. I
When
saw
was
it
the last-
recently.
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw it, like, within, like, 3 months.
Oh shit.
Like,
It's been
I
a
don't
while
know.
since I've seen it, but I remember it being pretty cheesy.
But I like that era of movies because it was like Hellraiser, Candyman,
Yeah.
Wishmaster. Did you guys ever watch Wishmaster?
Mm-mm.
Years ago.
Watch the first one. Like the
Yeah.
first one's fucking badass. Like all the practical effects in that movie, like so amazing.
But yeah, like I thought this one was pretty mediocre. There's like one really cool like kill scene that I thought was fucking awesome,
Oh yeah.
but that was it.
Oh okay.
Like everything else, I was just like, yeah. This
I heard it
movie-
was really toned down. Like, the violence. Like, especially compared to the
compared to
original
the
one.
original, yeah, definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just it was blah.
It was me.
Meh, yeah.
Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
It was just
more
no
leaning
point
towards
to it.
yeah. It was more leaning towards bad.
Okay.
But Smile surprised me. That one I actually really enjoyed. I thought that one was pretty good. Like, I thought it was just gonna be another run-of-the-mill cash grab horror film. But like the type of horror film it is reminded me of The Conjuring, where because like it does the typical jump scare shit, you know, but like it makes sense in the way they do it, and I thought it was pretty good. Like, because the trailers for that movie made it look so stupid.
I haven't seen a single thing about that movie. I
Don't
just
if
I
you
don't,
plan
I don't remember watching the trailer. I just remember seeing, like, the poster everywhere. And
Oh, you watched
did
it
look,
too?
It looks stupid. No, I didn't watch the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I would suggest if you don't know anything about the movie, don't watch the trailer because it makes it look dumb. But the movie, like, and the way the movie ends, I was like, oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Because, like, it doesn't have, like,
So you
your
watched it?
typical...
No.
Then why'd you say yeah?
I said, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Birdie's over here mesmerized by his fucking key lime LaCroix.
I am, dude. This is good. I can't believe you don't like this.
Nah, that shit was fucking bunk, homie. Shit was garbage.
But Smile was good.
Smile was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I know I initially told you, like, I would put it on par with, like, It Follows. Now, thinking about it, like, I wouldn't say it's that good, but it's good. It's good.
You know what's one thing I'm noticing about you that I'm like, you know what?
He gets really hyped on a fucking movie, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
hold on.
opposite.
No,
I
hold
do,
on. No,
I do.
it's not that. It's you know what? Like, the type of movie watcher that you are, like, you vocalize the marination of your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I show you something epic right now, like, you'll be like, it was fucking epic right after the movie. But then a week later, you'll be like, you know what? It sucked, dude.
I gotta let shit marinate before I, like...
yeah, dude.
I gotta let shit marinate. I'm very reactionary.
Yeah, which is like, I like that because it's like, It's like, I don't know, it's like watching a body decompose in front of you.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? It's like you watch it go through steps.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Smile was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest that movie. That movie was pretty good. What? What's so funny, Eddie?
Yeah.
Say it. Vocalize your shit, homie.
I want to laugh. What's the joke, bitch?
Stupid ass motherfucking bitch. All right, so do you want to mention anything you watched or anything? No, fuck you. No, for real, dude. No.
I have seen a lot of movies recently. Same thing with Birdie. Like I was trying to get my
Attention
my
span?
groove back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did. I think.
I'm getting there.
Get in there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I watched. I've seen so many movies the past like couple weeks.
That's how I feel, dude. When I was done watching the last movie I watched, I was like, I need to start writing down what I'm watching.
Yeah.
My fucking dementia ass isn't remembering shit.
Yeah, that's what's up, homie. That's what's up. Tight.
I do not remember, dude.
Don't remember. That's what's up, homie.
I don't know.
You definitely need to start writing shit down.
Yeah, I know.
You will forget a bunch of shit, dude.
I forget to text people back. I forget everything, dude. Yeah. It's tight, though.
You remind me of that Simpsons episode where he's playing poker in the kitchen, and then they're like, hey, you're kind of slow, huh, Homer? And then it zooms in on his vein. He's like, they said something about me. It was an insult. And then it zooms back out, and it's like nighttime. And he's like, hey! And everyone's gone already. And then Lenny, like the character Lenny, comes back and he's like, Homer, you're still here? You are slow. And then it zooms back and he's like, he said something about me. It was an insult. And it he interrupts and he's like, get the fuck out of my house, dude.
You know what? You brought up The Simpsons. That reminds me. I came across this docuseries on Vice called Unearthed Icons, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. But it's about the creation of The Simpsons.
Oh. Okay.
Well, the first season is actually about Star Wars. This second season just started, and it's about The Simpsons, and I've been watching it. I've watched 2 episodes already. Super interesting. Like, it shows their creation on, like, the Tracy Ullman show and, like, how they became popular and shit. And
I watched 2 documentaries, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Studio Ghibli documentaries.
Tight.
Do you guys know who Studio Ghibli is?
Yeah.
I don't watch anime.
So you know it's anime, then.
I mean, what?
You know, that's so funny that you said that, because, like, that dude hates anime.
Really?
Like, he doesn't like anime.
That's how I am too. But I like the Studio Ghibli. I mean, you've seen. I have.
No, like watch this documentary called "The Kingdom of Dreams and Madness," and it's about like how they made a movie. This movie called The Wind Rises. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. It's on HBO Max. You can watch it.
It's a live action one?
No.
Oh.
No, he's never made it. He only makes animated movies.
Yeah. The first movie I ever saw, dude. I think I saw it in high school. It was Grave of the Fireflies.
That was Studio Ghibli, but that wasn't Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh, that wasn't.
No.
Well, that's how I got into his movies then.
Okay.
Because it was the most depressing shit I've ever seen.
It was, dude.
And like, yeah, I never want to watch that movie again.
Fuck no.
Let's watch it.
Okay. But that's how I got into it. Like, it's funny because people come over and they see like my movie collection. They see those movies and they're like, "Oh, you like anime?" And I'm just like, "No, I fucking hate anime.
Yeah,
I just like these movies."
Yeah, when you watch that documentary, like it's so in depth into the process of like how they make one movie. Like, dude, the documentary, it's a span of like 4 or 5 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's how long it took for them to make that movie.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the documentary, like he fucking announces his retirement. That's how long like it took for him to make the fucking movie.
We should have an episode dedicated to just his movies.
I'm down, dude, because like I really want to talk about.
There's a few that I need to watch though. Still,
I've literally only seen one.
Like there's like I want to talk about the fact that like the movies he makes, like they're fucking films, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're films. They're just animated, but
yeah.
There's also segments in this documentary where he explains like how he came up with the idea of like I want to make animated films for the rest of my life. And it's like one scene in the documentary where like it's a very intimate documentary because it's like the camera guy, it's a handheld camera, and like he's following him, like he's shadowing him the whole time. And like they're like in the studio in Japan, and there's one scene where like the camera guy's like right there, and Hayao Miyazaki like he looks at the camera and he goes, "Come here, I want to show you something. Come here real quick."
Are you sure you don't want to save this for that episode? You can ruin it, but
Well, okay, we'll save it.
Okay.
But that scene alone, it makes you realize like how his fucking brain works
Yeah.
and how he can make your brain work. Like he takes control of your fucking brain with these movies. Like it's fucking gnarly, dude. But just that explanation he has where he's like, "Come here real quick. I'm gonna show you how my brain works. I'm gonna show you why I do what I do." And like it's such a simplistic view, but it's like everything about him is so complex. But
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching them then. If we're gonna do the episode, I'll start
maybe
watching
November.
them. I'm pretty sure Anna will be down to have like a movie marathon with me
dude,
watching them.
just keep in mind, dude. Like you're watching films,
Yeah,
but they're animated. Like it's not fucking anime. It's not
because
it's
the only
not a
one
cartoon.
the only one I've seen that I can remember is Howl's Moving Castle, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. But from I guess that one's like not one of the popular ones.
Not really. That
No?
one's actually like based on a book.
Hmm.
Yeah, most of his movies are like he comes up with the ideas himself.
Yeah.
But I believe that one is one of the few ones where he read the book and he
Mhm.
wanted to make it based on the book.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a black sheep among like Studio Ghibli movies, but it's still good. Like it's
Yeah.
still like a really good movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think Christian Bale voices Hal.
I don't remember. I remember. I think Willem Dafoe does a voice. I believe.
Christian Bale voices Hal. Like
Okay.
one of the main characters.
Willem Dafoe does the castle.
Tight.
But yeah, I mean, I'll save that for that episode, and we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that.
we'll do that.
Really quick, I thought of a movie I watched
Which one?
recently, and it was my second time watching it. It's called The Guest.
The guest. Which one's that one?
It came out in 2014, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen it?
I never even heard of it.
A lot of people compare it to Drive,
Okay.
and the first time I watched it, I was like, "This is nothing like Drive." They have like a few similarities, like the music,
Yeah.
but that's it. And I guess like the lead actor, I can't remember his name.
Ryan Gosling.
He's like pretty much a Ryan Gosling, white dude, handsome. But it has the main chick from It Follows, and she's like the other main character.
Yeah.
This movie is,
Mika Monroe, I think, is her name.
dude, yeah.
Something like that.
I was thinking like
I'm pretty sure I butchered it.
I haven't had like a celebrity crush in like the longest until I saw It Follows, and I was like, dude, there's something so cute about that girl, and I don't know what it is. Like I don't know. She looks basic, but I don't know.
Yeah, you got a typo me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked up white girls. But but this movie, the first time I watched it, I loved it, but I couldn't put my finger on like what the fuck is it? Like, is it a comedy? Is it an action, sci-fi, horror? It's like everything incorporated into one. It has a lot of cheesy moments, and it wasn't until I watched interviews with the director that it made sense. He wanted to make what if like the Terminator was like a horror movie, like
The first Terminator is a horror
no,
movie.
well, mixed with hold on.
No, this fool. Like, what kind of fucking question is that?
I didn't ask a question.
I would consider the first one kind of a horror. I mean, it's sci-fi. It just has like horror elements.
Yeah.
Terminator.
I wasn't
But it's
asking
also
a question though. I was making a statement. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
No,
go
but
ahead.
anyways, so it's like it's super action packed,
Yeah.
but it's like over the top where it's like nothing's happening to him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so fucking great, dude. The lighting, I think that's why they compare it to Drive, because the lighting, they use a lot of like what do they call it, bisexual lighting,
Where it's so like fucking annoying.
where it's like it's just a bunch of neon,
Yeah.
like from the 70s and stuff, and the music,
Homie?
it's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
They have like bands like Survive and all these like synthwave bands
shit,
playing.
that's tight.
It's fucking dope. And the whole setting, my favorite thing about the movie, it takes place in October, but it's not like overwhelming you with Halloween. It's like, this is what Halloween is really like, especially like in the like countryside of like small towns, where it's not like overly like in your face, where you like in movies like everyone's dressed up running around. It's like, no, it's not like that. Like you'll see a few pumpkins here and there, things like that.
Yeah.
But it's a movie I think you guys would fucking like a lot.
The
And
Guest.
I would say it's like a good Halloween movie too, just because like it has a Halloween vibe to it, and like the last act takes place like in a haunted house type of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool.
Is
Worth checking out.
it streaming anymore?
Nope.
You always have movies that aren't streaming anywhere.
There's another movie I want to talk about. I'll bring it over because it's such an underrated movie. I don't want to mention it until we all watch it and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll bring it over. Like maybe we can do that in October or November. What month are we in, dude?
Earth.
What?
Tuesday.
But anyways, you can get back on track.
All right. Now.
What are we talking about?
I know, dude. We are finally talking about the movie you've been telling us about for a while. Megan is Missing.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Halloween.
Do you guys not read text messages?
Hey,
Like
I
ever?
remember this time.
Yeah, I remember. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Continue.
I was like, we're gonna talk about Megan is Missing and Halloween.
Oh, okay. Damn, pégame and shit.
All right, come here.
Eddie,
All right, so you guys, since how long, dude? It's been like almost a year.
Yeah,
Since last November, that's when I watched it.
yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah, it sucked.
All right.
No,
Like,
you introduce it and talk about it like since you're the one.
Well,
that,
I really quick, just because I've talked about it so many times. The beginning and middle. How did you guys feel about watching it?
oh, dude, it was hard.
It was hard to get through,
It was
right?
hard to get through.
It's hard to get through because it's so fucking shitty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Terrible acting. There's like it's not even pretty to look at. There's nothing.
Yeah, the lighting is like just natural, like in-room lighting.
Yeah, everything about it is bad.
Yeah.
And
There was like one scene though that I was like, I fucking started laughing so hard. But it was like a quick like 2 5-second scene.
yeah,
But it was like the house party scene
yeah.
where like the girls, where they're charging people through the door, and then one of the girls is like, "I didn't get my allowance this week," and he was like, "Man, get inside. You gonna suck my dick later."
these are supposed to be young kids, and it's like nobody acts like that.
I know, dude.
They were supposed to be what, like 13, 14, 15 around
Yeah,
there?
and they're like, obviously older actors playing
Yeah.
these young kids. I'm like, oh, this movie's fucking horrible. And the person I was watching it with was just like, just wait. Like, just wait. I'm like, dude, I don't think I can get through this. But the payoff, oof. The payoff.
The payoff.
I don't want to go into spoilers, man. I don't want to spoil this movie for anyone.
I don't either. I don't even want to. Like, I want to get through this as quick as possible.
Okay, there's only 3 films that ever really had a scene that made my fucking heart drop, dude. Mulholland Drive has a scene. Lake Mungo has a scene, and then this movie. Like, I've never had that feeling besides those 3 movies ever and ever in my entire life. So I was so excited when that happened. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I'm not. They're definitely movies that once you watch it, because you know what's coming, you kind of expect it. So you'll never get that true feeling again until somebody else makes another movie that, you know. So I was just happy because, like, I never thought I was going to feel that again until I saw this movie. I'm like, oh, sweet. And like right when I saw it, I'm like, it was a one-time thing. I'm not going to feel that again and for maybe forever. Who knows? But that payoff scene is so fucking hard. It's really fucking hard, dude. And I was just like putting yourself in that character's shoes, and what they do to her is so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, what can be more fucked up than that? And I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I can't either. And
It's so fucking gross, and like I can smell it through the movie. Like, I can
dude, me
literally,
too.
like,
Me too. Like, I was watching that shit and I was like,
Is that why you were scratching the TV and going?
yeah, dude. But I was watching it too, and I was just like, dude, I was like catching myself holding like my face like this, like I was smelling something gnarly, you know? I was like, oh, dude.
And like I said, I don't know if the director did it on purpose, just making the entire, like, 80% of the movie just stupid. just so that when that scene finally comes up, you're just like, holy fuck, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
But it works for this movie. Because I think if the entire movie was really well acted and like it had good cinematography, whatever, you know, I don't think that payoff would have been as worth it. I don't think it would have caught you off guard like it did.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like towards the end that when it first starts happening, you're like, oh, this is bad. And I was like, is this what everyone's like making a fuss about? And it's pretty bad. And you're like, but I've seen worse.
Are you talking about Image 1?
I don't know.
Because that's what I thought you were talking about when you're like, oh, you're going to see something like.
Yeah, they start torturing a girl. And it's just like, it's bad, but I'm immune to that shit. So it was like, whatever. Like, I've seen worse. But then it gets to...
It just progressively gets worse.
Yeah, and then it gets to the scene where it's kind of a jump scare, but not really. But like I said, that's the scene that made my fucking heart drop.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And you see something for like, 2 seconds maybe?
Yeah. really
Really quick. And you're just... Automatically, that image was burned in my fucking head for like a month, dude. It was so fucked up.
So... Hey. Yeah, like we don't have to talk about it. I don't want to talk about like spoilers or anything like that. I just want to say, yeah, like the first 2 acts of this movie, I was like, fucking terrible acting. Like it was just really hard to watch, and just like that last 20 minutes, felt so like I was legitimately watching some found footage shit. Like it felt very like authentic. You know what I mean?
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this was actually very well done. And it was that's what was like horrifying to me. How well made that whole thing, everything that happens.
It just takes like a complete turn.
To even like the real time stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, dude, like.
And the ending with the credits, when the credits are rolling. And you just like, you think things can't get worse for her.
Yeah.
This motherfucker starts doing something like while the credits are rolling, and you're just like, oh my God, like this is so gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But to be honest, I wouldn't recommend this movie. Like,
I would just recommend it like if you need a good Christmas movie for the family.
If you're morbidly curious, yeah, check it out.
Watch it with friends.
Yeah.
Watch it with a group of people that want to watch something different that's gonna make them like maybe challenge them a little bit.
Yeah.
In a gross way. It's hard to recommend that movie, but
yeah, but it is. You could rent it on Amazon because I don't think it's streaming on anything like for free.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
Yeah, so
I don't even know if they made a physical copy of it. I gotta check it out.
I don't know. Do you have anything you want to add to it before we move? I just move on.
Just that, yeah, I agree with Eddie. Like, it was just, yeah, I haven't had a movie make me feel like that in a very long time. Like, I was sitting on this couch just like watching it, and I was like, fuck Eddie, I hate him.
Watch Mulholland Drive.
I saw it like in high school, dude. I saw it, but
I've never seen that.
You know
one.
what scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
That
I watched it in high school.
It's not even a horror movie, dude.
No,
it's I don't know what it's an art film, but it kind of has a little bit of horror elements, not really. But there's a scene, man, that just it fucked me up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It's a good David Lynch movie.
But I wanted to mention that there's a point to this movie existing. Megan's missing. And the director, like if you look up interviews and shit or like articles about the movie, because the movie came out in 2011, it was supposed to come out in 2006.
Yeah.
Because it was made in that time.
That's when it was filmed.
I think
right?
they only filmed for like a month or something.
Yeah.
But it took so long to come out, and like I never found out why. But he made it for a reason. Like, this movie exists for a reason. He made it to scare the shit out of kids and parents.
Yeah.
Like, that was the purpose of him making this movie. He wanted to really let people know, like, the world is changing at the moment. Don't forget that shit like this can happen. Because the time he was filming, these were like evolving.
Yeah.
These were like becoming very, very like affordable and like
everyone was getting a cell phone.
Yeah, everyone was getting a cell phone. Like, if you notice, you put like FaceTime in the movie, even though FaceTime hadn't been
Yeah.
like done yet. But I think around the time Apple was already talking about like, hey, like, guess what? You're gonna have to. We're making a cell phone that where you can talk. You know.
Yeah.
So he was taking in all that, and he was like, I think we're noticing a paradigm shift in technology with parents and kids, and I think we need to remind people that just because the world is becoming more easily accessible doesn't mean doesn't make it safer.
Yeah.
You know. So like this dude made it his job to scare the fuck out of like parents and kids to let them know like strangers are still strangers, man. Like, be careful, you know. Take steps into like letting people in your life because shit like this can happen.
He
you know?
targeted it towards people that probably won't watch the movie. Adults and kids.
Because
Yeah.
like if you look into some of his filmography, like a few of the things he made before Megan is Missing, they're fucking like teen ads. They're like teen short films of like, what if your kid was at a party and he had alcohol type shit, you know? And that also led me to
Kind of like after school special shit.
yeah, that kind of made me like, that kind of confirmed it for me even more that this guy
That makes
was,
a lot of sense.
The acting kind of felt like an after-school special.
yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
because he also had that mentality too of like, you know, I'm just gonna get strangers, you know, kids that are want to be actors one day, and I'll just make them make this movie.
Yeah.
You want to know something fucked up too? Every time there's a kid on screen, there's a parent behind the camera.
Really?
Yeah. So those last 20 minutes, there was a parent behind behind the camera.
My
like,
God, dude.
like
That's tight.
that was a strict rule he had. He was like, if I'm filming your kids, you have to be there. Like, I can't film your kids without you being there.
Because I did read that the guy was upset because they had to keep doing a certain shot. Like, he had to keep doing different, like, takes of it.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want to fucking do it anymore. But they're like, we got to get the shot. Like, we got to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm glad this movie exists, but it's like, it's so sad that, like, it came out the time that it did, because it should have came out a little earlier.
Because I did also read that he based it on, like, an actual, like, kidnapping of these two young women, these two young girls.
Yeah, it was like somewhere outside California or something.
I believe so, yeah.
But yeah, but it was like an old ass man
Yeah.
who like had taken advantage of his friendship with like these young girls. And,
Yeah.
like, he did what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is a really unique movie, and it's a really gnarly experience.
The most brutal after school special.
Yeah, dude.
I
Like,
think they should show it in schools, dude.
I agree.
Fuck.
But yeah, Megan is Missing.
Megan is Missing. Rented on Amazon Prime.
Watch it with your parents.
Fuck.
Watch it with your kids.
Damn. All right. Now
Let's-
to get to the
Let's knock it out.
trilogy of all trilogies. The David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy.
Yeah.
So Halloween Ends just recently came out, and we all watched it and wanted to talk about this trilogy because
it's
very
divisive.
divisive. Yeah, very divisive.
I know a lot of people that liked Halloween Ends, a lot of people that hated it. For the most part, I think got more negative than anything else.
Okay, so kind of behind the scenes kind of shit, but do you want to just talk about it as a whole, or do you want to go movie by movie?
Let's go movie by movie. Our experiences watching those movies, what we thought about it, and then we'll talk about it as a whole, I guess.
Good plan.
Okay, so I just want to point out that I don't like any of the Halloween sequels at all. No, I'm not talking about this
not
trilogy.
even Resurrection with Busta Rhymes?
I never did. Even when I was younger and was like all into like slasher films and all that, I never liked them, except the original.
Yeah.
So when I heard that they were making a sequel to the original, and what is that called? Retconning all the sequels, and
Yeah.
this is like the 2018 was going to be a direct sequel to the
Basically
original
part two.
Part 2.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
And then I saw it, and I'm like, this was fucking badass.
Yeah.
I love the 2018 Halloween.
Yeah.
It was
We watched it in
perfect.
theaters, didn't we? Together?
I think so. I don't remember, honestly.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I have a feeling we did though.
I was drunk.
I don't know. I was drunk that day.
So in the original sequels, they made this whole storyline that Michael is Laurie's sister, and
Michael's Laurie's sister?
isn't it? Oh, yeah, brother. I'm not gonna assume his gender, dude.
Damn.
Woke Eddie.
Cancel for that. That's like Woke Eddie Sam.
Get with the times, dude.
No, but yeah, like in the sequels, they were siblings.
Yeah, and I think they didn't know what to do.
Oh, shit.
They're like, oh, this movie was successful, and they didn't plan for it to be successful. Like,
Yeah.
John Carpenter has even said, like, we didn't think it was gonna have this huge impact. Like, we just wanted to make this one movie about the psycho, and that's it. It made a big splash, so they're like, okay, what do we do? How the fuck do we make a sequel? So they made them siblings, and they gave him a motive, which to me completely destroyed his character in the first one, because in the first one he's just a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
He has no real reason to kill who he's killing. He's just doing it because he's fucking crazy. But there's like also like this like mystiqueness to him, like where he's just like you don't know like if there's something paranormal going on with him, and they do it so well where it doesn't go over the top with it.
Yeah.
So you can kind of believe that he's just a regular guy that's just psycho, but like there's like little things in the movie that hint that he's, you know, not normal.
Yeah.
But they walk that line so perfectly, and in the sequels they just completely destroy it. Like I said, giving everyone has a motive. Like, you know, Freddy Krueger, he was this child fucking, was he a molester?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a child molester who the neighborhood turned on him. They killed him, so he has motive, like to get revenge or whatever.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees, his mother, and like, but
They killed his mother or something.
Michael was different. Like, he didn't have a reason to kill. He was just
He just would like to kill.
yeah. And
The first movie showed his first kill, right? As a kid,
he killed the
babysitter.
Yeah, the babysitter.
But that in the first movie, like the first '80s movie,
Yeah.
they showed that, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can hear like the Dr. Loomis, right?
Yeah.
His name. He like talks in that movie, in the original one. He's just saying like, oh, like when you look at him, like you see like evil, you see the devil's eyes, and like I said, it just adds to his mysteriousness.
Yeah.
And in 2018, they're like, okay, we're gonna make a sequel to the original one, and we're gonna bring it back to where he's just a psychopath again. There's not gonna be that sibling storyline, nothing like that.
Because they even comment on that in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I think Laurie says like, oh yeah, there was even this rumor that we're brother and sister, but
Oh,
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So in the first one, he's locked up in this like mental institution. Whenever he escapes, and they how do I get into this? Immediately when he starts killing again, he's not looking for Laurie.
Oh yeah, no, he's not.
Like the whole movie, she's like leading up to that point in her life, she has like all these traps at her house. She's like been training her whole life for him, like scared that he's gonna come back to kill her, finish her off. When in reality, he doesn't give a shit about her.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care.
She's the one that was obsessed with him.
Yeah, it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Like he could care less. But he escapes and he goes to this neighborhood and he starts killing again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes. Like finally. Like they bought back that whole him where he doesn't have any motives to kill, cuz he starts killing random people.
Yeah.
And there's this awesome long shot. Have you guys seen it recently? Or
Not
has it been a
recently.
while?
It's been a while.
Do you remember the long shot in
Yeah.
this movie? Do you remember it, Brady?
The neighborhood one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Halloween, and the cool thing is like he's able to walk around because
Yeah.
it's on Halloween day, so everyone's dressed up.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
So it's just like actual Michael Myers just walking around. Nobody knows it's him. So it's this long take where the camera doesn't cut away. He goes up to the shed. He gets a hammer. He goes inside a house, and it's funny. What I remember watching it in theaters. He goes into a room with a baby crying, and everybody was just like, like he's gonna, like he just looks at the baby and he just walks away. And he goes into a room and he kills a lady. You don't see it. He like hammers her head in, so you don't see it happening. But then the camera goes into it and you see her body just laying on the table, blood coming out. Killed her. You just hear it.
Yeah.
And then you think, oh man, it's cutting away. But then the long shot continues, and he goes out of that house, goes into another house, and this lady's looking out the window. He comes up behind her, grabs her by the head, smashes her face in the chair, and then just fucking stabs her through the neck. Brutal fucking kill. My favorite kill of the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
And it's like the most simple one. But it just shows that like he's just this fucking vicious monster. Like he, you know, he's like doing his thing again, and I love that. And I don't know. I keep talking about it. You guys say something about it. I want to go into the ending in a little bit, but
Yeah, go
what was your experience with
For
it?
the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2018 one.
Oh, okay. I was never really a big fan.
No?
No. I saw the first Halloween. Like, I kept seeing that movie a lot growing up because I saw it when I was like in elementary. Because like my big brother would always have the VHS. Middle school, my big brother would like always put it on. High school, I think he like had the DVDs of like the fucking sequels, like H2O and all that. But after that, I stopped paying attention to the whole franchise. I didn't even watch Rob Zombie's Halloweens. Like, I remember hearing about them, but I was like, that movie was fucking mediocre. Why are you doing that?
I watched the first one, and I remember I hated it, and I'd never watched the sequel to that one.
I was watching I don't know if it was Red Letter Media or Cinemassacre, but I think it was Red Letter Media, where they were like, they made him talk, and I had no idea they made him talk. But I guess there's a scene where he says die or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
they
Rob
made him
Zombie
talk.
one?
I
He's
think
like,
he doesn't. He's not even wearing his mask.
yeah, like he's trying to kill someone, and you just hear him say die, and that's it.
That's what's up.
But yeah, but I had no, like, I was like, okay, but I love John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Like, I love the guy. I think he's like the shit.
Oh, dude, he made the thing.
I think he's
What thing?
Right?
I think he's the most important thing to happen in horror ever.
I think so too. I think if it wasn't for him, a lot of tropes wouldn't exist right now because and you can relate this with a lot of directors who, like, it wasn't the fact that they did it first, but it was the fact that they did it right, and they were like one of the first ones.
Well, isn't he the one that started the whole like masked slasher?
I think so.
Because before that, it was just like a serial
Because
killer.
did Halloween come out before Jason?
Halloween was what, 78?
Oh, it did, huh?
Because Jason didn't come out till like
The 80s,
It
right?
was the 80s, right?
it was the 80s, but it wasn't even till like part 4, I think. Where
The second one. He came on the second one.
but he didn't have his like he wasn't like the slasher, was he?
He wasn't the hockey mask wearing.
Not
slasher.
yet, no. Because in the second one, I think he has like the burlap sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he got the hockey mask until part 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because, like, and that was another thing I wanted to mention when I was talking about Stalker, the fact that, like, Kenny Tarkovsky kind of almost invented the whole philosophical outlook on art house movies.
Hmm.
And you can see that in, like, other films along with John Carpenter, where he invented this, like, really lo-fi, cheap way of making a movie that will scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And, like, up to the soundtracks, dude, because, like, he was, like, you know, synths and shit, like,
He would write, direct, and make his own music. Dude.
yeah, like, holy shit.
He was a master of his craft.
Yeah, like, holy shit, like, I'd be so honored if I shook that guy's hand one day before he dies, you know? But it's like, that guy, like Eddie said, like, like, a lot of things just wouldn't exist, like, without John Carpenter, you know? But it wasn't until, like, I started, like, hearing from Eddie and hanging out with Eddie that I realized that this genre of film, horror, was actually kind of cool. And there was more to it than, like, jump scares and shit like that. And we kind of revisited that, and he kind of proved his point with that when 2018 Halloween came out. Because I'm pretty sure we went to go see this fucking movie.
Probably, dude. Honestly, I don't remember. But
I
probably.
remember Eddie was hyped on it. Like, he was like, "Oh, dude, we gotta go watch it." You know, like we gotta go. Like, you know, like it looks tight. You know, and we watched.
As soon as I like heard that they got rid of the whole sister brother thing,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. And I think John Carpenter didn't really have anything to do with it, except for sorry,
Jesus Christ,
sorry,
dude.
I'm fucking drinking LaCroix. My bad. Except for fucking, except for the music, right?
I think he was like overlooking the project too, though. Like I think a little bit.
Okay,
I think he got a producer credit as well.
Yeah.
because he might have done the whole like.
I don't think he had anything to do with the sequels after that one, though.
Okay,
No.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, like it kind of proved his point with this movie when it had came out, because it was like I saw it, and it was like the first time in a long time where I was like, I can say like, oh, I like this horror movie, you know?
Yeah.
Because I watch horror movies here and there, but nothing ever sticks to me, you know. But this one was like one of them.
I just think it was like the first good like sequel to like an older movie from the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Because like the Freddy Krueger one sucked.
Yeah.
The Jason one I heard was terrible. I never watched it.
The remake?
It was like, was it a remake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
Oh,
a,
it was a
remake.
remake. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, terrible.
The 2003 remake?
No, the recent one.
Oh, the Netflix one.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it.
You watched it?
I watched part of it and I give up.
I watched it too, and I wanted to
Change it.
talk about that with the last chapter of this new trilogy.
You want to go into it after though?
Yeah, after.
Okay. But yeah, I thought the 2018 one did it well.
It did.
It
Yeah,
did.
and
it did.
I love that like Fidel mentioned that Lori was obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And the whole time she's freaking out, thinking, "Oh, he's gonna come get me," this and that. And the whole time he's just going around killing random people, like not even caring that she exists.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until one of the fucking doctors who was obsessed with him
Yeah.
ended up transporting him to her house, and that's how they met up and had like their interaction at the end, that final fight.
Why did
Yeah.
that happen again?
He was so obsessed with him
Yeah.
that he was using him kind of like a guinea pig. Where what would happen if I stick him with Lori? If I
Okay.
transport him to his house, right?
Okay.
Like he was that like insane that he wanted to
He
do
also
that.
wanted to put the mask on, right?
Yeah,
The doctor.
yeah. So he was
Yeah.
just like this psychotic guy too that just
Yeah.
wanted to see what would happen,
Okay.
and that's the only reason they hadn't like they fucking crossed paths because of him.
Yeah.
Like he would have never tried to go look for her or anything,
Yeah.
and I love that. I'm like, that's
But-
so cool.
But isn't she the one that caused the bus crash to have him escape? Lori?
I don't remember.
I believe, yeah, because I
How?
think, yeah, because she was drunk. She was drinking and she heard that he was being transported. So she wanted to intercept and kill him before, like, he got transported. But because she was drunk, it caused, like, the bus, because she almost hit it or something, and it caused the bus to crash, causing him to fucking escape.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember that being like a big thing. Like, oh, it's your fault. That's why they blame her, like in the sequels. Like, it's your fault. Like, this
for
happened
being-
again.
yeah.
Like,
I don't remember that, but I mean, it would make sense. Like I said, she's so obsessed with him.
yeah,
And that final like fight where she locks him in the basement and she sets it on fire, like it shouldn't have ended there. I'm like, if it was just the original movie and this sequel, I think it would have been perfect. Like I would watch those two back to back and it would make sense.
yeah,
Like they go really well hand in hand. But of course, because it was so successful, they're like, oh, we need a part 2. We need a part 3. Because they announced the trilogy like right after that one.
yeah.
And I'm like, dang, so there's 2 more of this. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to stretch this out? And before we go on to Halloween
Kills.
you guys like the 2018 one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I loved it. I think it's, like you said, it's a good example of how to make a good sequel to an old movie,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know? But
And I think they did a good job too, really quick, about going like with his character of him not being like overly powerful.
yeah, because you could tell he was an old fucker.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like he struggled.
Like there's still a little mystery to him because he is like I said, like he's still like taking a lot of damage, but he's also like he gets his like finger chopped off. Like he gets fucked up in that movie, but it's like realistic though.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not doing shit that he does later on in the other movies, where you're just like, that would never happen. So I thought that they kept it leveled enough too, where it's believable and kept it true to the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that this sequel also did a good job of carrying the spirit of the first one into the second one. You know, it was simple. It wasn't stupid. There wasn't any stupid subplots. There wasn't a love triangle or of any kind between stupid characters. There wasn't any stupid decision making. It was just like, there's a killer on the loose. What do we do? Let's survive. Okay, let's try and kill it. You know, let's survive. Like, you know, it kept it so simple.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it was so good.
Yeah.
I think for these movies, like simplicity is key.
Yeah. Like don't worry about like, you know, if the kids are gonna be okay, or if like, you know, if this guy's gonna get to his family. It's like just keep the narrative narrow enough for us to be excited about what's gonna happen next. You know, not worried about now this is happening, now we have to worry about that and this and that. It's like, cut it out. Don't do that.
It was a simple, fun movie.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, so they made the sequel to that one.
Halloween Kills.
And I watched this like super late into the game. Like way after it was in theaters and everything. Did it go to theaters?
I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't remember. But I think I was just mad that they made a sequel to it. I'm like, And I remember I watched the trailer and I just remember thinking this is going to be really lame. Because the trailer showed him like how he escaped.
Yeah.
And it showed him like lifting up firefighters and like killing and I'm like, this is in the trailer and I'm just like, I do not want to watch this.
But I'll say one thing about that scene that you're talking about with the firefighters. He looked badass, like standing in front of that burning house, like with like his mask all charcoal.
It would have been cool if it was like anybody else. Like, I don't know, man.
I just thought it was a great shot. Like, even when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, ooh, this movie sucks, but ooh.
Well, for me, like, you said you when they announced they were going to do more, like, you were, like, bummed about it. Like, you weren't looking forward
I was
to
bummed, and I think I was even more bummed that they announced that it was going to be a trilogy. Like, before it was even, like, the second one was even released, they're like, oh, no, there's going to be 2 more. And I'm just like, why would you, like, I hate when people do that. Like, when...
Money, dude.
Well, I mean, like, don't announce that there's going to be a trilogy just because then you relieve all that tension that it's like, okay, you know he's not going to die in this movie.
I blame those fucking
Marvel.
so
I see what you mean.
those Marvel fuckers for that fucking trend, dude.
Hey, don't talk about Marvel like that. Huh?
I blame them for that shit.
Yeah.
They can come up with an original, like, Marvel character right now. They'll already announce, like, 5 other movies.
Yeah.
Because even when The Last Jedi came out, they like, during that film, like, while it was being released, like, they announced, like, Ryan Johnson's going to have a trilogy. And I'm just like, I'm so glad he didn't. But why would you announce that, like, when this trilogy is not even over yet?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just, they're a bunch of fucking money-hungry assholes.
It's just bad. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Like, it's just fucking dumb.
Like,
money, dude.
Yeah,
money.
like, the 2018 movie kind of felt, like, you can kind of sense that it was kind of personal to that guy.
Yeah.
What's the director's name?
David Gordon Green.
Yeah.
Well, it was directed by him, but it was written by him and Danny McBride.
Oh, okay. So, I feel like, I don't know, man, like, the first one, it kind of had, like, the sense of, like, I understand a character, I understand, like, what to do, and I'm going to please, like, people that like the original. And I don't know what happened with the sequels, dude.
Yeah, like,
especially, like, Halloween Kills, like, that movie, I never met someone that liked it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard one person say one good thing about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, when I finally watched it, I had a hard time getting through it.
I did too. I did too. It was terrible, man.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
That shit sucked.
It's not even like a slow movie, but I just wanted it to end.
It was dumb. Like, it was just dumb to me. Like, to me, it felt like they were just, like, trying to have fun. But it's like, then why would you do that with the first movie? And then you should have just, if that's what you wanted to do all along, you should have just been having fun the whole time. Then
This entire trilogy is so like not consistent with its tone.
oh no,
Every movie feels like a complete different movie,
yeah,
and not in a good way either. Like, like especially it's a trilogy with one main character, like, and in every movie he's like completely like a different like person, and it's just like ugh, like, and it's weird because it's like for the most part it was the same writers,
it was the same writers.
and I don't understand like what
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know what happened either.
They made him into this super fucking killing machine in the Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
And it's weird because, you know, like, he was fighting in the 2018 one. He's, like, you know, getting into it with Lori. And it's realistic. They're, like, kind of fighting, but it's really well done. It's tastefully done. And then you expect me to believe that after all that, after he got fucked up, he was in the fire and all that, he is going to come out of that house and just start fucking killing these fucking men. Firefighters who probably work out all the time, are in great shape. They had weapons, like like I don't understand, like
Up against this like 70-year-old like old man
Yeah.
who can like barely dodge a car and gets knocked down by an old lady. All of a sudden he comes out of like
like a
a
superhuman.
burning house and he's like the Hulk.
He's "Rah!"
Hulk smash. I mean
Michael Myers smash.
he's a Halloween smash.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened.
this movie just felt pointless.
Yeah,
Like you said, it felt like they were trying to have fun, but it's just, if you're gonna make a trilogy and you don't have like an idea for the whole entire trilogy before you even like release the first one, like, it's just not gonna be great. And they try to go for like the whole like mob mentality thing, which I thought was fucking silly, like super silly. Say it.
evil dies tonight.
I remember you guys watched it way before me, and you guys would always be saying that, and I thought you guys were exaggerating.
It's like every 10 minutes, dude.
Every
Yeah.
10 minutes they
It's like
say
every
that.
10 minutes. It's like, shut up. Shut up.
And I was, when I watched it finally, I was kind of like laughing at it, and I'm just like, I was wondering, did they intentionally like put
It's
that
like-
in
it's
every
like-
10 minutes?
It's like they had to write a 1,000 word essay, and they're just
They're
like
running out of
just
ideas.
put that in there again, like.
It felt so silly to me.
Yeah,
And they were having us pay attention to all this shit that was going on the screen. And it was so overwhelming and not in a good way. Like, it was so like, why do I care about townsfolk and their morals?
yeah.
This movie's about Michael Myers, the killer.
Fuck that town too, dude. They kill that innocent old man.
Yeah.
Because they think it's him.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
like,
it's obviously not him. Like,
yeah, and it's like, why would you do that? Why would you make us? Why would you try to get us to invest into this type of story that has nothing to do? Like, save it for another movie.
yeah.
Save it for some fucking woke shit that just sucks. You know what I mean? But Michael Myers, the most simple like thing you can make a story about, and you just complicate it.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's possible to stretch his character into 3 different movies.
And I think that's why the old sequels sucked, because they just couldn't
Probably.
figure it out.
Yeah, they
Yes.
couldn't figure it out. Yeah.
If they couldn't figure it out back then and they failed, what makes you think you're so good at it that you're gonna succeed? What have you made that has made me go, oh, I know you're gonna strike gold, second time.
Bro, we made Halloween 2018.
It's like, yeah,
That's my resume.
yeah, and it's like, good job, you made a good sequel to an old movie.
Now what?
Now what? You know,
Yeah.
like just cut it out.
The scene that like enraged me in this movie was like when they have him like circled in the middle of the street.
Towards the end.
Yeah, and they're like beating the shit out of him, stabbing him. Like, why are they not shooting him in the head? Why are they not slitting his throat?
Didn't somebody try to? I think someone tried to.
I don't think
Like,
so.
someone brought out a gun, and then I think he smacked the gun out of that person's hand or some shit.
But there's like fucking 15 of them. Like,
And also, yeah, it's so unbelievable. That's what I mean. Like, they made him to like this superhero, and I don't know. Like, once they like finished it, like, who overlooked it and was like, yeah, this is tight. This makes sense.
yeah,
And But yeah, like he's taking on like 20 people at once. They're all beating the shit out of him, and he just kills them all.
Yeah, and it just
beats
gets
them up,
it
like...
gets to the point in the movie where you're just like, who am I supposed to give a fuck about?
Yeah, because you like root for him.
I don't care for anyone. I don't care for anyone on the screen anymore. I don't care for fucking what's Jamie Lee Curtis's
Laurie.
I don't care for Laurie anymore because she's in a bed for some reason.
Oh, that's right. She's like in the bed for most of the movie.
Yeah, she's fucking dying because she's like old and like injured. Okay, whatever.
Which he should have been too.
Yeah, and it's like, well, why? There's no one on the screen I should care about. I don't care about the old man. Like, he's turning us into monsters, you know. And it's like, and it's like, I don't care about that. Like, it's like you're dumb.
Yeah.
Your decision making is dumb.
It's hard to root for them because they're so, like you said, dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you can't feel sympathy for them.
Like when you're adding new characters to the game in order to like make your movie go forward, don't make us hate them for being dumb. And that's exactly what they did on this one. It's like from the get-go, it's like, I don't care, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, and then like after they like beat the shit out of him, whatever, he like teleports behind Laurie's daughter, like while she's looking out
the
at
whole
the window.
thing does not make sense.
So how the fuck did he get up there that fast? Like, and like that's how the movie ends, like him killing her.
Hey,
like,
but it's the camera lingers on him, and you just see him go. He's all breathing hard. He's like, I ran here, dude. He's like, I fucking ran up these stairs, homie.
He's like, hold on, time out.
Time out.
I think it's definitely the worst set of the three.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that.
The kills weren't even like...
You didn't like the door kill?
It had some cool deaths, I guess, but I don't know, maybe because it was his character, I wasn't into it.
That shit made me laugh so hard.
That fucking door kill? Like,
yeah. Where he just
like...
kicks the door open and she shoots herself.
Yeah.
So,
That's what, dude, and that's what I mean. Like,
you want to know what you want to know how I know that's such a comedic way of dying? Because it was in a comedy movie called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Really?
That Coen Western comedy movie that came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's a scene like that.
Really?
In the movie, like in the beginning of the movie, like there's a guy holding a gun towards like Scruggs, and like he taps on the table and a piece of board comes up and he makes him shoot himself. But that's in a comedy movie, like in a satire.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you do that in such a serious horror movie?
Well, I mean, Danny McBride, he comes from comedy, so.
Then leave it there. Yeah, leave your comedy chops. You know what I mean?
That's the 2018 one. Like, it just has brutal death scenes. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they don't try to like glorify it, and that they just come off so much more hard hitting that way.
Yeah.
And this one is just like, how do we make cool death scenes? Even though this movie shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a Jason movie or a Freddy Krueger where you have to get creative. Like, it's just a dude with a fucking knife. Like, I don't know. I think they lost the whole horror aspect of it, and it's more of an action movie than anything.
Yeah.
And like I said, not in a good way.
Yeah.
But then.
So yeah, I give this movie 2 thumbs way down.
I wish I had 4 hands so I can give this movie 4 thumbs down.
That's what's up.
Yeah, this movie sucked, dude.
Yeah, you should watch
it. So it leads us to.
Yeah. So after watching this one, I was just like, I am not looking forward to this last one.
Yeah.
But I'm a completionist, so I was like, I must watch this.
That's all I felt like. I sat through that shitty one. I had to finish it.
Yeah. Also because I was like, maybe there's a reason, and maybe it's gonna make sense, and maybe it's gonna be good. And I hated this one too.
So did I.
Yeah, I just because we watched it while we were carving pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, like I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was like in and out of it a lot. I did notice. I was like, oh, like that kill scene looks pretty cool. Like that looks pretty cool. Whatever. But I was like, okay, I want to rewatch it so I could pay attention to it. And I was like, it's not. I don't hate it as much as Kills, but I definitely don't like it.
That's how I feel. Like, it's not as bad, and over the top ridiculous as Halloween Kills, but it's still bad to me.
It's terrible.
You didn't like his what's the fucking what's the term when you're like fucking somebody you're grooming to do something like fuck, what's the word for that?
Mentor?
No. His protege. You didn't like his protege?
Oh, that was like the stupidest thing about this movie.
I fucking hated that.
I had no idea why they did that.
I hated that.
So there's theories as why this movie was made the way it was made.
Why?
Let's hear it.
All right, so I didn't notice this.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't notice this, but do you guys remember the
Sorry.
the Halloween logo in the beginning? It was the same font as Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it because I hated Season of the Witch too. But it was supposed to be like, okay, let's do something different. And I'm just like, you're going to wait till the last movie of a trilogy to try something different.
Yeah.
To introduce this new character we're supposed to give a fuck about, but not put him in any of the other movies.
Yeah.
Like, if they were to put him in the 2018 one, like, as just a character, and they would have like maybe built him up until this one, it would have made sense. I think it would have been better, but I just it's like just like Halloween Kills, you just don't give a fuck about any of these characters. And I think that what they did with Michael, with him being old, living in a sewer, like it's so funny to me, dude. Like, it kind of makes sense because they're like, okay, what else would he do? Yeah, it's like,
you're not Shredder. Calm down.
Right? I don't know. It was so goofy.
Okay, so like that scene when the kid sees him, and he's just like staring at him like through that fucking crack or whatever, and he like grabs him and like, well, I'm just like, why the fuck isn't he killing him?
So, okay, so very quick, just so people that haven't seen it, spoilers. It
sucked.
Spoilers. So this kid is babysitting. He ends up like accidentally killing the boy he's babysitting, so now the town fucking hates him.
Yeah.
They treat him like shit. They call him a murderer, even though it was an accident, whatever. Right off the bat, they're giving this kid motives.
Yep.
And I hate when movies do that. I fucking hate, especially for a movie that is based on a fucking character with no motives. You're introducing something that I just do not like in movies at all. Just like in every fucking Marvel movie where like, oh, we're gonna make the bad guy have like motives so you can understand why he's doing this. And it's like, no, dude, just make a guy a villain because he's fucking evil. He doesn't need to have motives. Like, he's just a piece of shit. Like, he just fucked in the head. And so this movie, yeah, this kid, he gets picked on, he gets bullied. And the whole time, like, I was watching, I'm like, I know what they're gonna do. Like, this kid is getting picked on way too much for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's obvious where they're gonna go with it. I didn't think he was gonna team up with like Michael, and like that's so Dude, ridiculous to me.
You hearing that sentence is so fucking ridiculous.
It's so dumb. So, anyways, he ends up getting bullied. He goes into the sewer. He ends up finding Michael. He bumps into Michael, and Michael like starts choking him out. And they have like this weird scene where
they make out.
That would have been better, dude. Where like they have like this psychic thing going on, where like Michael sees him and like sees his life.
He Green Miles him, homie.
It's so fucking
Give me your
weird,
hand,
dude.
boss.
So
I'm gonna kill you.
So then Michael it was like
they actually give him dialogue and he talks like that. Give me your hand, boss. It's like 7-year-old white guy.
Dude, that would have been better. That
would have saved that movie for sure.
So Michael sees like he has like this vision and sees like this kid's life flash before his eyes.
You're like me.
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
And so he leaves him alone. They end up teaming up, and the kid starts like lowering.
Yeah, it's like he's feeding him, basically.
Yeah, so he could get his strength back or whatever, which is fucking dumb. Like, I'm telling you, the whole supernatural element, they just went all in with it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's not just a normal guy. He, like, he gets stronger with each kill, and it's so dumb, dude. And at that point, like, I was just like, this is fucking ridiculous. And you don't even seem like, usually I wouldn't complain about this, but I noticed it right off, like 30 minutes into it. I'm like, you haven't seen like your main character, and you don't see him until like 40 minutes into the movie. Like I said, when he finally, that kid bumps into him.
That's what I said.
In the heart, like in the sewer.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know, man. Like you said, like, so the movie kind of leads on to like kind of make it seem like this kid is gonna become the new Michael.
Yeah.
Because there's even a point where he punks Michael for his mask.
Which, oh, dude, I was like, what the fuck? They have that little tussle, whatever,
Yeah.
and he takes his mask, and Michael's just laying there, like he just fucking still just laying there.
I'm like, okay.
He's a fucking bitch.
I'm like, all right. The movie prior to this, you're like fucking lifting up guys, killing them, but now all of a sudden you're fucking weak. How you should have been throughout the trilogy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And then I the whole shit with how he's dating Lori's like granddaughter, and then Lori's granddaughter is like siding with him, like calling her like, "Oh, you're just paranoid. Like, you gotta let me live my life," type of shit. Like, you experienced all this shit with her.
You'd be traumatized too.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like she experienced it already, like in the first movie.
Yeah.
Like, so she should know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, what the fuck,
did
dude?
you like?
Did you forget?
Yeah. That traumatizing
this
event
happened
in your
2
life
years
happened?
ago, bro. I can't remember that far.
So hold on, let me check my Snapchat stories. It's not in there. So. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it made the granddaughter look so fucking stupid. And then the whole thing of like, how when she finally realizes, so she goes back to save her or whatever. What made her realize? Like, what made her realize like I need to go back and help my grandma?
They needed to.
I just remember
get the plot going, dude.
I just remember like she's driving, and I don't even remember what happens, but she's like, I gotta go back, like, and she goes back. But what was it that made her realize? Like, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
They take a lot of liberties to like just move the plot forward in this movie.
Yeah, and okay, another thing I want to complain about is when the protege, what was it? I don't even remember his name. The guy who's like,
he's not a likable character at all, dude.
Yeah,
like the movie kind of like, he's supposed to be that guy that you're gonna root for because like, oh, he got bullied, he got picked on, and I'm like, so like, who cares, dude? Like, what, you're gonna expect me to? Well, no, I mean, like, you expect me to give a fuck about him, like, be okay with him killing people just because he got fucking bullied and he had a shitty life? Like, no, dude. Like, Brody got bullied, dude. Look at him. He didn't go around killing people, right, Brody?
Yeah, I remember you guys bullying me last year.
Yo, yeah, I remember on August 17th, 2017, 3 p.m.
That did not affect me at all.
No, but what I was getting at is like when she walks in to see him dead on the floor and then Lori holding the knife, and she automatically thinks like
Lori killed him.
Lori killed him. She's going crazy.
But it was just stupid because it's like, why would you pull the knife out?
That, but not only that, her seeing that, like, okay, look what he's wearing, and the mask is next to him. Wouldn't you put that together? Like, oh, like.
But why would you give a fuck enough for you to like try to save the kid by pulling out the knife, thinking that pulling out the knife is gonna help out for some reason?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just a lot of dumb decisions. Like
again with the dumbness, you know what I mean? It's just like, jeez.
It just felt like they didn't know what to do. Like they just did not know what to do.
Yeah, I also did not give a shit when that kid killed himself finally.
Yeah.
Oh, when he
stabbed
stabbed himself in the neck?
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, so he's not going to be the new Michael. But it's like I didn't care either way. Like, he's so unlikable in that movie to me.
If anything, they should have had Michael just kill him. Like, eventually just be like, all right.
I thought that was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, after he gains his strength, he's going to, like, kill him and just use him. Yeah. And, but that wasn't the case. Like I said, like.
But he does kill a couple people wearing the Michael mask.
Yeah, but it's nothing even memorable. Like, some people were saying that.
I like the DJ one.
I hated it, dude.
I just thought it was funny. That's why.
it felt so out of place to me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because, like I'm told in the first one, going back to the 2018 one, he goes up behind in that same long shot. He grabs her by the hair, smashes her face in the chair, and just stabs her in the fucking neck, and then walks away. In this one, he's like smashing the guy's face on the table. He breaks his jaw, which looks pretty cool, but then like his tongue sticking out, so he just grabs this pair of scissors.
Michael didn't do that though.
Yeah, but that's not Michael.
Oh well, whatever. Like I mean,
that's
like
the kid.
Well, yeah, okay. He grabs the scissors that are conveniently placed right there,
You're not a DJ. They need scissors.
and then just cuts this guy's tongue off for no fucking reason. I'm just like, ugh.
And it's like with ease too. Like
Yeah,
it's
he's
so
like-
easy.
It's
like,
definitely like,
This innocent kid who has never had any sort of like motives to murder, innocent kid who likes cute girls and doing odd jobs here and there so he can get to his goal or whatever. All of a sudden, he's okay with dismembering a human being.
Yeah.
it was so funny. And
Like, have you seen the Dahmer show? Like, it takes years to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I
then it
mean?
even has like the thing at the very end. It shows the record skipping because of the tongue. Like the needle keeps hitting the
That was
tongue.
funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but it felt out of place.
Yeah,
like,
it did
I'm
feel
like,
out of
Why are you
place.
putting this comedy trope in this movie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good kill, like in a comedy horror movie.
Yeah, and I think he only kills the actual Michael only kills 3 people in the entire movie, and like it's nothing that cool.
I don't even remember.
I think it's only 3.
Yeah, I don't even remember who he kills in the movie.
So like I don't know, like I'm saying, like
I know this wasn't Michael who did it, but my favorite kill has to be the head stomp.
yeah.
It wasn't Michael though.
No, that was a
It
kid.
was the kid, but that head stomp was.
that was the only like
Tight.
kill that I was like, okay, that would make sense in this, like in the actual like originals.
Yeah.
'Cause, like it's just brute force.
Uh-huh.
That I did want to mention that about because it was the bullies, right? When he was killing the bullies. Okay, so the girl that he head stomps, she's like with the bullies, but she's always like, "Oh, are you okay? Like, leave him alone." But she's still like with them, like, "All right."
She's
fuck
still
you,"
an
like-
asshole though.
Yeah, that's what
She's
I'm
still
saying.
like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Then what was the point of her being like, "Oh, are you okay?" Like,
Yeah.
why? If she's still gonna be like,
So the point of this whole movie was to show that, like, Laurie even mentions it, like, oh, evil doesn't die; it just changes shape.
so
Which
she's the new Michael Myers.
There's like theories on it.
Michelle Myers.
Michelle.
Mikael.
So the whole movie, you're like, okay, like evil could be anyone. And I'm like,
It doesn't die tonight.
but like my point is like, but you gave this guy fucking motives. Like, don't
Yeah, like don't
like
do
you're
that.
contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
Like evil's supposed to be like this shape, which was like a what would you even call that? Like, oh, because Michael Myers, like they call him the shape.
The shape.
He's
Yeah.
credited as the shape, so it's kind of supposed to be like a little play on thing with that. But it just like it would have been so much better. Like the point I got from the first one is like it's a psycho who's going around killing for no fucking reason, and that's it. And that to me is far more scarier than someone who's like, oh, I got bullied, so I'm gonna kill these bullies as revenge. Because at that point, like you have a motive, it's revenge. And to me, like that's not scary. That's just like normal to want to like I said, just get back at people who did you wrong.
Payback, homie.
Yeah, and it's just like this whole movie just felt like a giant revenge movie. And I don't know, man. It was fucking pointless. And then the last 15 minutes, like you finally get the what the film was advertised as like the last standoff between Laurie and Michael. And that whole fight scene is still stupid to me. It's so ridiculous.
You mean you don't like when the granddaughter breaks his arm and she's like, ah!
It just felt really corny. And she even like there's a scene where she has him like pinned down, even though he stabbed in the hand, but he's like pinned down like he can't get up, even though like his body's perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah.
But he can't get up, and she's like, okay, wait there, I'm gonna go drop this fridge on your legs. It's so fucking cheesy. It's so bad, and it's so fucking bad.
It's terrible.
So
Yeah.
at the end, when he finally like dies, they pick up his corpse, tie it to the top of the car,
God, yes.
drive it across town. I guess it was for like everyone to see.
This
like,
is not how we do things. It is tonight.
and they take him to like this giant fucking grinder.
Yeah, they take him to like a junkyard where they
Mm.
demolish cars. So they put him through like a metal grindy thing.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad.
That was tight.
And they finally throw him in there, and you're like, oh, I guess that's the end. Even though like 5 years they're gonna make another sequel to it.
One thing I'll say about that is like, okay, that's the best way to get rid of Michael, because he's been getting killed for years, right? But there's one difference. We never saw it.
On the other ones?
Yeah, and none of them.
It's either we never saw it or they kind of like did a swap.
We never saw a confirmation kill.
Yeah.
We saw the attempt, but there was never a confirmation.
Well, no, because there was the one where he was beheaded.
Yeah, there's a few that he does actually get killed, but it's like it's not him. It was an imposter.
Yeah.
There's stupid shit
So
like
like this is the first one.
No, they're gonna do it like, oh, it wasn't him actually.
that. No, it's gonna be like a Chucky thing where they put
No,
him back
you know
together.
what? No, you know. What
He's just gonna be like really scarred up.
No, dude, it's gonna be that old man that's by the sewer. He put the suit and mask on him. Watch.
God.
Watch. He's still in the sewer. He's like, oh, dude, right. Where's my pen?
But I
The only thing I'm glad is like I'm glad because didn't they destroyed his mask too, right?
no, she
know.
kept it.
Did she
kept
keep it?
Yeah, it's in the house. At the end, that's the last shot. It's his mask in the house.
Oh, see,
She's the new Michael, dude.
Michelle.
Michelle Myers.
Michelle.
Michelle
Myers.
Myers.
Yeah. Overall, this movie, it was just completely contradicted everything that made the original and
Yeah.
the 2010 one really good, which was no motives, just straight psychopath.
And I wanted to add something about
All right, that's all the time we got.
about why people get so scared and terrified of characters like Michael Myers and how they get so ruined because of these sequels like this. And it was like Eddie said, it's because of motives.
Yeah.
It's because of like the director or the writer trying to get you to understand and invest.
There's nothing. It's.
But the fact that this person is so scary, it correlates with real life killers. Like Dahmer. There was no motive there. Like, look up all the footage and the interviews. Like, he'll tell you himself, like, I didn't grow up bad. You know, I wasn't beaten, you know. I did it.
A lot of serial killers are like that.
Yeah, exactly. And if you notice, a lot of the people that kill in this real world that do have motives, like they were bullied or something bad happened to them, like a girl yelled at them or something, they're not scary. They're pathetic. And you hate them. You're not scared of them. You know, if you see him walking down the street, you're going to beat the fuck out of him, you know? But people like Gacy and Ed Gein and Dahmer, those people were fucking terrifying because you had no idea what they were capable of and why they did what they did. And when you ask them, they say, I just wanted to. What's more scarier than that?
Yeah.
It's because motives give people like human qualities.
Yeah.
And like you kind of, even though if you don't maybe agree with them, like you understand them, and understanding someone is not scary at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you do that to a fictional character like Michael Myers, where in the beginning it's like he wasn't beaten, they didn't give him any backstory, like he was in a room full of drug addicts, or he was like, you know, yelled at or bullied, or chicks never like, no, it was always like that's why I like
keeps the mystery.
That's why I love that scene in the 80s movie where it was an 80s movie where he was like there with a knife and he's a kid and he has blood on the knife, and then the cops unmask him and he's just there like, I just killed. But the more the camera lingers on him, you know this kid is gonna kill again.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was so good.
He wasn't like abused or anything. He was wearing a costume in a big house. Like you
Yeah.
could tell he lived in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Like he was fine.
He was little Michael Myers, and then he got a taste.
There's just something evil about him.
Yeah, and that was the cool thing about why I thought it was so cool that they called him the Shape, because I like the whole dialogue that she was putting at Halloween Kills at the end, where she was like, evil takes shape, and it's like, that's so true. because it took a shape of a human being. You know what I mean? But that whole ideal of like being evil, like being evil has no origin.
Yeah.
I think
Being evil has no human quality to it. Being evil is like inhuman. And that was Michael Myers. He was such an evil person. He was so inhuman. He was a personification of evil. And I thought that was like a genius way to look at something like that.
that's why that mask was perfect for these films. That it's just a blank canvas.
Yeah, it was just white. Just blank.
With just dark eyes. You can't even see his eyes really. Like, it's perfect for it.
Like, that's it. Like, just that.
Because most people, they have style, dude. Most killers have style. And this guy just wore, like, a mechanic suit with, like, a blank mask.
Yeah.
That's it. He didn't even have a cool weapon. He just had, like, a regular knife.
Just like a regular
Yeah,
butcher knife.
It wasn't, chainsaw.
And just his brute force.
Yeah.
But that's what makes this guy stand out over everyone. Freddy Krueger, Jason, fucking Chucky. You know what I mean?
They all have personalities.
They all have personalities.
He's void of that.
Yeah, and this guy is like, all you know is that he was given a name at birth.
Yeah.
And that's it. Michael Myers. That's it. That's it.
One cool thing I liked about the 2018 one also was that they blinded him in one eye. Because in the original movie, she like stabs his eye with the hanger, with the coat hanger.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like a neat little detail. That you can barely get glimpses of it throughout the movie, but you know it's there. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
They don't ever show his full face, do they?
They give you like glimpses, but
in
never
the
like
they show
never like
a
full on
else.
portrait shot or anything like that. But one more thing I wanted to add before I just shut up. The reason I brought out the Netflix Texas Chainsaw remake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Was the kids. I thought one thing that Halloween Ends did right was the kids, the bullies. They made them assholes, like real asshole teenager kids. They made them real asshole teenager kids.
Yeah.
And I loved how they treated those bullies because they treated them like real kids. And there's a difference between treating those kids in that manner with the Netflix Texas Chainsaw movie. Because the kids in those movies that were trying to like be bullies and that were trying to, be cool and tough and like go after Leatherface and shit, they were annoying. Even in the trailer, like there's a scene in the trailer where like they're recording with their cell phones and they're like, make one move and you're canceled, bro. And it was like, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're overdoing it. But these kids, like, I like the fact that like none of them ever put out their cell phones, and they're fucking teenagers, and they got iPhones in their pockets.
Oh yeah.
None of them ever put out their cell phones. None of them ever like texted or tweeted or like. My bad, I sound like an old head right now. But but like I just like the fact that they treated them like real asshole kids.
Yeah.
Because when kids in real life want to be assholes, like they'll fuck you up, dude. There's nothing worse than an angry teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought that was one redeeming factor in this movie, that they treated the kids realistically. But yeah.
Anything else to wrap it up?
Just very quick. I think bullying is a myth. I've never seen bullying. Have you?
Not the way it's been portrayed in movies, obviously. Like,
one of my friends was homeschooled, and we were talking about that one time.
And his mom bullied him.
No, they were telling me like they were talking about bullies. I'm like, I can't see that shit happening.
Wait, so you were never bullied in your life? Either of you?
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nerd.
What was bullying for you?
Was it just roasting or bullying though?
It's the same thing.
I don't know.
In my mind, it's the same thing.
It is the same thing.
It's
I
the
mean,
same thing.
bullying isn't a physical act. I mean, it is, but it's not just a physical act. Like it's
In that case, I was a bully, dude.
Oh yeah, so was I.
Like, cause I would make fun of everybody.
But dude, I got made fun of because of the clothes I wore in elementary school, cause like thrift store shit.
Really?
Yeah.
What
but
the fuck?
but not
That's so weird
not in a way where it's shown in movies. Like,
but who the fuck
it
would
was
make
more
fun of someone else for wearing?
It was more
clothes?
just like, your clothes looks dirty or your clothes looks nasty. Like little comments like that, Like, why is your shirt ripped right here? Like, why are you wearing a ripped shirt?
Do you guys consider that bullying though? I don't know.
It is bullying.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
teasing, bullying.
know.
Yeah, like, and then like when I was in kindergarten, first grade, like I didn't know English, so like, and I'm fucking tall, so like nobody wanted to like play with me during recess because of that. Like kids were like afraid of me, so.
I don't know. Maybe I just never.
But
I'm like thinking now, but
I would definitely say I was a bully. I was a bully, dude.
I was pretty bad myself. Pretty.
You still are.
I was I was only bullied once, and it was an attempted bullying. But these kids underestimated how, like,
How fast you can call your mom?
like these kids just like they underestimated how disassociated I was with like real life.
Yeah.
Cause like they attempted to like roast me or something, and this was like in middle school, and I lived in like La Puente,
Damn, dude. You hit
and
him
I
with
and
a
I was
back
going
to you?
and I lived in La Puente for like less than a year, so
Yeah.
I wasn't around these kids for a long time, and like it was like an attempted roast because I had a big backpack, and I was like, I just had a big backpack at the time,
Yeah.
and they were just like, "Yo, why you got a big ass backpack?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I have my books in it."
Yeah, I got your mom's nudes.
And then and then like that was it.
Yeah.
And then I think they tried again, but I was so into like what was going on around me, like they underestimated the fact that I was like borderline ADHD. I couldn't pay attention to like what they were trying to like
Yeah.
throw at me, so it was like they just gave up. And then I ended up moving because, like I said, I only lived in La Puente for like a couple months, so I ended up moving. I was only in that school for like a couple months.
Yo, I
But-
moved after I killed him, so.
Yeah, but it was like that was just it. But
Yeah.
after that, I wouldn't say that I turned into a bully because I was always like the small guy. Like I've always been a scrawny kid. Like in middle school and high school, I was always the scrawny kid. I didn't start gaining weight until like after high school, and like I never turned into the bully, but I always hung out with them. I was always friends with the bullies, and like it's fucking gnarly being homies with bullies, dude. And like, like it was cool because it was like I said, I was a scrawny kid, and like you know, like when we would get in fights or when I would get in fights in high school, like I would always get come after first because they knew they could like fuck me up and shit, you know. So like every time there was
Just kidding.
so every time there was like a fight, like at a show or a brawl, they were just like get Birdie, you know, like get the little guy, and it's like, okay, whatever. But I mean, I stood my ground, you know, like I wasn't like a bitch and just curled up into a ball.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, fine, do what you gotta do, you know. But like, it's so gnarly being like homies with like bullies because like, there's one incident that I remember in high school, where like, these guys were like thirsting for blood, dude. And like they were my homies and shit, but they were like thirsting for blood. They were like looking for someone to fuck up. And then like, I don't know how they found out this. Someone must have told them. But they found out there was like some kid talking shit about me. Like he was saying like he wasn't even saying some gnarly shit. He wasn't even like, heard he's got a small dick or something like that. Like he was just like, what I heard what he said is that Birdie used to be
was spitting out facts.
Birdie like
Sorry, Birdie. I'll stop.
like, oh, Birdie used to be chill. That's all he said. That's all the guy said.
Yeah.
And then they found out, and then like I remember like I seen this kid like walking by like in front of us, and I remember thinking like, oh, like he said that about me, but I didn't say anything. I was like in my head I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just hear like one of my homies go, like, Birdie, that's him. We're gonna get him. Then and then like they just went after that dude. Like they just went after him and they fucked him up.
Yeah.
Like right there in front of me. And I was just like,
Did you spit on him afterwards?
no, like I would dude, I just stayed back and I watched the whole thing happen.
Dude, you
And I
should
was
have
just
pissed
like,
on him.
like I was just like, dude, this is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe like that could have been me, you know, or on either side, you know, like I could have been the one stomping on this kid, or I could have been the one getting stomped on. And like just experiencing that, I was just like, man, I'm so glad I never fell victim to that bulliness, or I never fell victim to becoming a bully. Like it's just, yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like, even in Novi, like Novi was fucking ghetto. But I don't know. I feel like if anybody would have saw somebody bullying someone else, like they would help them out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, dude. Like I've never seen it portrayed in real life how it is like portrayed in the movies, where like some kids are getting swirlies and shit. Because I feel like most humans would react to that and
Hey,
help
what the
out.
fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's so weird to me, dude. And
I saw it more as like talking shit all the time.
yeah, if that's the case, then I definitely am guilty of that.
Especially the people that like didn't talk shit back.
I would talk shit on like the jocks though. I would never pick on like the weirdos, I guess. I know that sounds like contradictory, but no, I mean there's like I don't know. I was like really cool with like a lot of like we would call fuck dude, we would call them tree kids. Anyways, I'm not helping my case out.
You're not, dude.
But I would pick on like the popular kids a lot just to kind of take them down.
But like
from the
to
pedestal.
their face though.
You know what kind of bully you sound like you were?
What?
The fucking fat kid with like the candy stuck to his shirt bully.
Yeah.
Like
he wouldn't like wail on kids, but he would just like make fun of them.
Francis, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Mm.
You're
I've
that
never seen
bully.
that movie.
You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. From Malcolm in the Middle.
Macklemore in the middle? Is
Malcolm
that what you said?
No, he said from Malcolm in the Middle.
Hey, why are you bullying me, dude?
Because you're a bitch. Don't
Macklemore in the middle sounds like a cool thing.
Macklemore in the middle. So any last statements so I can wrap it up?
Why are you guys looking at me?
No apologies.
Is there if you were bullied by a Eddie Sanchez between the years of please DM us so we can get this food to apologize to you.
Every
Damn,
DM.
you guys wake up with like 300 DMs tomorrow?
Yeah, it's all our homies.
You know what? I did have my IG page called Homie Fighter at one point.
Homie Fighter.
Where like the whole point of that whole project was just to lose all my friends.
Damn.
And I got taken down on IG because my pictures were just too explicit. But
yeah,
dude, like I would push my friends a lot, dude. Like to the point where I would even tell myself like I need to calm down. But I'm not gonna. Anyways, I thought about it, but
nah.
Damn,
so you're just the Conor McGregor of homies? You're just like, I'd like to take this time
deep
to
down
apologize
inside,
to absolutely nobody.
deep down inside, I care about you guys.
Well, that wraps it up now.
Mm-hmm.
Before I do the whole plugs and all that shit, I want to give a shout out to the homies Jason Brunez and Steven Valdez of the Play It Again Man podcast. If you like movie podcasts, they have a movie podcast too, where they like each episode they talk about a certain movie and like what they remember from it. It only movies they've seen like multiple times. It's pretty interesting conversation like they have. I would suggest checking it out. But yeah, I wanted to give them a quick shout out real quick. I didn't tell these guys ahead of time, so they're looking at me kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, I'm like, who? That sounds cool though.
No, yeah, it is. It's a really interesting podcast. Very informative. I would say check it out. It's on Spotify as well. They have a new episode every Friday. So
That's cool.
as far as us, you can find us on our social media at BetamaxULTD on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Friendster, MySpace, all that shit. YouTube, we have 2 videos up. Pretty tight. And listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast, just search Betamax, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Keep moving, keep moving, go, ease up, keep moving steady.